Today we're going to make a delicious breakfast or anytime meal, which is going to be a Rösti with chorizo, fried eggs, some crumbled feta and hot honey ketchup. So we'll start by making the Rösti sort of hash brown hybrid. Well, I've got some peeled and grated potato. I'm using Maris Piper for this. It's just a good all-round potato, ideal for this kind of thing. And then I've got an unnecessarily large jug of cold water. I'm just going to give that a rinse. So yeah, give that a good rinse. You can see all the starch start to come to the top. The natural starch will reform the potato while you're making it, but what we're doing here is taking that exterior starch off so you can cook it at a higher temperature without it burning. Get it into a sieve and just wring the living daylights out of it. Get rid of some of those harbouring frustrations of the day, or the previous day because it's breakfast. So yeah, just going to squeeze that, wring it all out. So we get that potato into a fresh bowl. I'm going to season it with some salt, and then we're going to add some wonderful duck fat. Just sort of combine it through. You could just put it straight into the pan, but by doing it this way, you start to build up that flavour within the potato itself. So we're going to add a little bit more duck fat into that pan. Swirl that round, coat the base. Then we're going to add our potato mix. And let that start to knit itself together. So get right underneath. Give that a flip over, nicely browning up there. We don't want to move it too much once we've turned it over because you've got to let it form again on the other side. So that's nice and crisp on both sides now. I'm just going to drop that into the oven for about 10 minutes just to finish it off while we get everything else ready. So we're going to have two sauces with this. We're going to make a hot honey type ketchup. So I've got some chipotle paste, some honey and some ketchup. That sweet spicy goodness just really brings it alive. And then to sort of counter that, we're going to make a sour cream with coriander or cilantro and some chives. Again, just run your knife through the herbs once ideally. Okay, so we've got the chives and the coriander or cilantro. Going to add some sour cream and just a pinch of salt. And that gives us our secondary sauce, our cooling sauce. Simple as that. Two sauces ready to go. So now we've got some chorizo. Now this is a Spanish style chorizo for frying. It's actually made in Yorkshire. It's really, really delicious. Just sort of light, sort of spicy and really, really tasty. So go into a pan. Don't want the heat too high for that. We want to just gently cook the fat out. So that's just about right now. See the fat starting to come through from that chorizo and starting to go around the pan. So temperature's pretty low, which is ideal for frying eggs. The style I want to do them. Don't crack your eggs on the side of the pan, because all that's going to happen is your shell's going to go in the pan. Just going to let those gently tick away. Nothing too heavy, nice and soft, and then you'll get a perfect fried egg. Give them a little baste with some of that haricot oil. Season those yolks with a little bit of salt. So, Rösti / hash brown is ready. Categorically do not scrape it with a knife. I don't know why people do that. It just seems a weird habit to me, but people are obsessed with doing it. Drop on our eggs. 2 eggs, of course. Just get a spoon for that chorizo. So we have our two sauces. Hot honey ketchup. Let's do a little drizzly. Sour cream with coriander and chives. And then just to finish it off, I've got some feta, which for something like this, probably ideally you'd be looking to use like a queso fresco, but we're in Cheddleton and I don't have access to much Mexican cheese. So we've got feta, which I can get pretty much everywhere. So I'm just gonna crumble a bit on there. We don't know what we're gonna call it. So here we have our hash brown / Rösti breakfast with fried eggs, Yorkshire chorizo, hot honey and sour cream with coriander. Let's get amongst it. Just love the crunch on that Rösti. That's really good. Sweet, spicy, fatty, delicious. Yeah, it's a winner. Total winner.
You need that big spoon to do it. And the big jug. Can you get the big jug out as well? Put loads of tea in.